Welcome to the i24 News Desk. I'm Sarah Shalala. We're coming to you live right now from our Tel Aviv studios. Stay tuned for the top stories now. So the European Union has agreed on a partial ban on Russian oil imports. This immediately covering more than two-thirds of oil imports from Russia and also cutting a huge source of financing for its war machine. Well, the European Council chief's announcement follows an extraordinary European Council summit attended by EU leaders in Brussels on Monday, discussing a sixth package of sanctions against Russia. The sanctions package includes other hard-hitting measures, de-swifting the largest Russian bank there, banning 3 more Russian state-owned broadcasters, and sanctioning individuals responsible for war crimes in Ukraine. The EU also agreed to ban 90% of Russian oil imports by the end of the year. Now, let's take a quick listen to what the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen had to say earlier.
I'm very glad that the leaders were able to agree in principle on the 6 sanctions package. This is very important. Thanks to this, Council should now be able to finalize a ban on almost 90% of all Russian oil imports by the end of the year. This is an important step forward.
And the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has made some comments about the situation in the eastern region of Donbass, saying it remains extremely difficult as Ukrainian troops battle a massive Russian offensive. Well, on Sunday, Russia's foreign minister said that the liberation of the Donbass was an unconditional priority. And during one of Zelensky's televised speeches, he also spoke of Russia's blockade of Ukrainian grain, which is apparently destabilizing the situation on a global scale and increasing the threat of hunger in Africa, Asia, and some countries in Europe. Well, let's take a listen now to what Zelensky had to say earlier about this.
Now, because Russia blocked our ports on the Black Sea and captured our part of the Azov Sea coast, we cannot export 22 million tons of grain, which are already in the warehouses in our country. This is the volume that had to be brought to the foreign market, and Russia's blockade of our export actually destabilizes the situation on a global scale. As a result, the food price hikes in different countries. Therefore, the threat of hunger arises in Africa, Asia, in certain countries in Europe. Against this background, narratives of the Russian representatives at different levels that sanctions do not allow them to increase the export of their food look especially cynical. They say they do not want to allow a crisis, but sanctions supposedly stop them. It is clear that they lie as they usually do. First, Russian food was not blocked by sanctions. Second, in our captured land, the Russian occupiers stole at least 500,000 grains and are searching for how to sell them somewhere on the black market. To sell in a way to make money on the stolen goods and maintain a deficit on a legal market.
An imminent Iranian threat has forced Israel to issue a dire travel warning for its citizens currently in Turkey. Well, Israel has reportedly called 100 Israeli citizens who are in Turkey and told them to leave and return back to Israel. But that's after Israel's National Security Council on Monday issued a public travel warning saying there was a concrete and immediate threat to Israelis by Iranian terrorist operatives there and in nearby countries as well. Apparently, there's an Iranian infrastructure that is planning to act right now. And recently, the Mossad thwarted Iranian efforts to target senior Israeli figures and Israeli business people around the world. But after those failures, Iran is now widening its target to ordinary Israelis in Turkey. Israel is also fearing that Iran is about to target ordinary Israeli tourists there too. The alleged Iranian plot is a response to the assassination of a senior officer in the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps last week, which Iran attributed to Israel. Well, that's it for now from the news desk. We are bringing you more of the latest news from across this region and around the globe, so do stay tuned for more. For now, though, you can follow us. We're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I'm Sarah Shalala, and thank you for joining us.